The Farmer's Discernment, a Sufi Tale. Once upon a time, there was a farmer who had some land a ways outside the village. He had a son to help him, and one good horse. Indeed, it was a magnificent horse. So magnificent that when the king passed through the village, he heard about the horse and asked to see it. The king was so impressed that he offered the farmer a considerable amount of gold for the horse. But the farmer would not part with his horse, and the king went away. The next day, the horse ran away. The villagers rushed to the farmer and exclaimed, "Oh, how awful! Your horse is gone, and you don't have the gold. What a bad thing has happened to you." The farmer replied,
"Well, I do not know that it is a bad thing, but I do know that my horse is gone, and I don't have the gold."
A few days later, the farmer's horse returned, and not only did the horse come back, he brought 6 wild and beautiful horses with him. Each would be worth a great sum once they were broken and trained. When the villagers heard, they rushed out to see the horses and say to the farmer, "Oh, you were right. It was not a bad thing that your horse ran away. Now he has returned and brought you 6 more fine horses. It's a good thing."
"I do not know if it's a good thing or not. I just know that my horse has come back and brought me 6 more horses."
The following day, the farmer's son was trying to break one of the wild horses, and he fell off and broke both his legs. Again the villagers visited the farmer, and they exclaimed, "Oh, you were right. It was a bad thing that your horse came back with 6 more horses. Now your son has broken both legs and cannot help you with your crops. Surely you will suffer great losses. Oh, what a bad thing." And the farmer said,
"Well, I don't know whether it's a bad thing or not. I only know that my son was thrown from a horse and that both his legs are broken."
The next day, the king returned to the village. He was leading his soldiers to the border where the kingdom was engaged in a terrible battle with a neighboring country. The enemy was fierce, and most of the young soldiers were marching to their death. As the king passed through the village, he rounded up all the young men to join in the fighting. Of course, the farmer's son, with his broken legs, did not have to go. After the king and his men left, the villagers rushed to the farmer and exclaimed, "Oh, you were right. It was a good thing that your son fell off the horse and broke his legs. Now he will certainly not die in this war, as will so many other young men." The farmer replied,
"Well, I don't know if it's a good thing or not, but I know that my son did not have to go with the king to fight this battle."
And so the story goes.